All right, let's get this thing started here. So first of all, welcome to the stream. If you're watching the recording of this, welcome to the recording. Hope you'll enjoy the stream. All right. Oops. Get this thing. Yeah. First of all, I want to say that as I stated in my previous stream or previous video, I was on a holiday at my parents in the countryside this last week, and I actually did take with me because I have monitors there as well, and I did take what's it called, the plug-in thing to connect your, because I have a MacBook Pro here, to connect your MacBook to your external monitors. I forgot the plug-in, the plug, at my parents' house. So I am now currently streaming on just my Mac or the screen of my Mac, so no external screens. I do have another laptop here on my left, so I can see if there is any chat going on, so you can, if someone attends this live room, you can write something in the chat box. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to times up. Yes, thank you. I'm just going to try to power through this stream, at least just using the laptop. It's not really ideal here, but nevertheless, you can see I have updated the pips of the year. So we're up now about 430 pips, and if we take a look at our graph here, we are we've been consolidating here for the last few days and weeks. I think this is like the last 3 or 4 weeks. So trading hasn't been really great this last couple of 2, 3, 4 weeks, but hopefully we're going to achieve new higher highs. We had a great month in March, and so since then we've just been consolidating here, as you can see on the money management sheet. So I've been updating the website forexviewers.com, so check that out. And yeah, I think we're just gonna get started here. Started with the Euro USD. I think I wanted to say something else. Yeah, I want to talk about the last trade. So that's fine. We can start just by talking about the Euro USD. We actually, as you can see here, we did hit our targets on the Euro USD on when was it? On Monday? Yesterday? No. What day is it? It's Friday. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Yeah, I did. I think we hit our targets on the euro on Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. I can see it here. What am I doing? On the 24th, so it's 27th, so Friday. Yeah, on Wednesday. So that was a good win there. We did have a loss on the euro yen. I took the trade right here. As you can see here, I was kind of going for the continuation of this flaggish kind of pattern here. So we got a loss there, and we got a win on the dollar CAD. And this is, so I went short right here. We talked about this last week. I was talking about if the market would continue higher here. I think we started talking about it right here. The market went higher, actually too high, not too high. A little too high for my taste. But I had my stops well above, so nothing to worry about there. We got into this wedge pattern looking thing here, and then we broke to the downside. I took profits here, right here, and as you can see, the market continued declining, and yeah. So right now I am involved in two trades. That's the Aussie dollar. We hit the entries right here, and I posted this on TradingView. So we hit the entries right here, and we've just been mulling here around. We'll have to wait and see what happens here on the Aussie dollar. But I'm currently short the Aussie dollar, and I am also short the New Zealand dollar right here. Went short right here. We hit this trend line, previous trend line thing here, and I got this nice looking pin bar candle. So good morning, Forex Euros is a new category. Good morning, Luke the Duke UK. Is a new category. What do you mean by new category? Yeah, so that's the trades I'm currently involved in. It's the US dollar and the New Zealand dollar. So we'll wait and see what happens there. We're about halfway there to profits on the New Zealand dollar. In the Twitch title. Doesn't the Twitch title say Friday 27th of May, let's talk Forex? My week has been pretty great. I had a great time. As I was saying in the beginning, I was relaxing at my parents'. Did a little trading there. Sorry about the yawning. And yeah, I just went over my week. I'm such a noob. Ignore me. That's fine. I just went over my week. Trading wise, we did hit profits on the Euro USD. So that was one trade. I had another trade on the we had a loss on the Euro Yen here, right here. I was kind of thinking that we might continue to the downside right here. So we got a loss on that, and we got a win on the dollar CAD. I went short around this area right here, and I took profits right here. So that was about 100 and something. Don't really quite remember. It was about 100 pips, which was pretty nice, which we took down on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. And currently I am involved in the Aussie dollar right here and the New Zealand dollar right here. And you guys are gonna see all these mail shits because, like I said, I'm on my laptop because I forgot the plug-in thing to plug into my external monitors. So I'm just streaming this on my little laptop here. I have another laptop here on my left, so I can see the chat. So I have two laptops and a phone. So that's all I have right now. So hopefully we'll make this work. And look the Duke, if you have any questions or comments, just hit them into the chat box. So let's start out talking a little bit about the euro. I feel like it's Monday. I really don't know why I'm so confused about the days. I really feel like it's Monday. I don't know why. I feel like I'm streaming like it's the start of the week. But of course, it's the end of the week. So I really don't think there will be a lot of trading for me, at least, since I won't be day trading at all. I mainly do take my trades out on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. So let's check out the news real quick. Today, today at 12:30 we have the Kremlin GDP. So the previous was 0.5%, the forecast is 0.8. We can read about the notes right here. Why traders care. It's the broadest measure of economics activity and the primary gauge of the economy's health. So, pretty important stuff. And then Yellen speaks at 5:15. So, I mean, sometimes or most of the times when these meetings happen and people are speaking, the market tends to move a bit. So just keep that in mind. So these are the two news we have to be watching today. So we have trades on the sorry about that. We have two trades on the Aussie dollar and the New Zealand dollar. So two. Sorry about that. What the fuck's happening here on the yawning? So we'll have to take notice of the 12:30 news today. So I'm gonna just on both of my pairs, depending on how the market will move until the news come out, I'm gonna just move my stops to about break even on both trades. So I'm gonna take off or actually no, I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna move the stops, tighten the stops to about break even when the news come out. See what happens then. What's the expected? I'm wondering. Actual bigger than the forecast. That's good for currency. So the previous was 0.5. So it's also kind of smart to look at the history of the numbers here. We've since February 2015 we've always gone over the forecast, which, like you see here, if the actual is better than the forecast, that's good for the currency. We are rooting for the dollar in both cases. So yeah, I'm gonna move my stops to break even, depending on what the market will do until then. If the market stays around this area, I'll move it to break even, trying to catch. So technically I'm not trading into the news. These trades were already on. I'm just gonna be protecting myself by moving stops to break even. All right, enough about that. So let's continue. And talk about the euro. I mean, depending on how the activity here will be on the stream, I think this will gonna be a shorter stream. What the fuck is it with the yawning? Sorry about that. So let's take a look at the euro at the 4 hour. So we did break and close below. We can clear that out here. Let's clear some of these lines here. That's fine. So we did break and close below. Right here, we'll have the lower low, lower close. We came up right into previous structure right here, and we are currently headed down. So for you guys that are trading the trend lines, this trend line has been broken here. So for some people that are trading the trend lines, that means that the trend comes down and does something like this. I'm gonna sneeze now. Sorry about that. So that's what the euro's doing right now. There's nothing really on the euro dollar I'm interested in. I mean, you can see here it's pretty standard here. Came down, resist support, came up into previous structure, and then currently are heading down. I really have no bias on whether it's gonna be something like this or it's gonna continue to the upside. I want to wait and see what happens here on the euro before deciding anything. Right, so not much there. Pound dollar. We came down. We talked about this level here last week, or last week in the week. Can't remember when I streamed last time. Was it on Monday or? I'm so confused on the dates because I was on this kind of mini vacation. But on the pound, we talked about this area right here, this green bigger box. Unfortunately, we never did get a chance to go long here. So the rest is history. I want to take a look at something right here real quick. Yes. This is kind of... So I'm wondering about these lines here, the purple and the brown or the orange or whatever. I remember drawing this thing in. It was a long time ago. As you can see right here is a 4-hour chart, and I am really I do not know why I didn't go short here. I must have missed this one. Double top here. At this level right here. I drew this, I remember drawing this in thinking that this was a pretty interesting and important level for the pound dollar. So we had the three hits right here, the kiss of death, as they call it. We have the 1, we have the 2, we have the 3, then the market declines. I gotta say, I'm super disappointed. I blame the vacation because I wasn't on the computer all the time. I wasn't checking out the markets all the time, but I am super disappointed in myself for not taking notice of this level right here and going short. Because I remember way back here when the market came up into this level right here, I didn't go short here either, but as you can see right here, we didn't really have a reason to go short. I mean, without the market being overbought here, but there's not really a reason here for me to go short. But we have this previous right here, and I mean, come on. The last time I didn't go short because of the risk to reward. Here it would have been a nice opportunity to go short, but I mean, that's that. We can't cry about that. But right now on the pound dollar, not much that is interesting. Not much that is catching my interest on the pound dollar. Isn't this a Gartley here? So we have the Gartley pattern here, completing right here. So I want to get involved in that, I gotta say. So we'll wait and see what the market's gonna do. I mean, right now we're waiting for the lower close, but if we don't get it, that might be another thing. So we'll wait and see. On what will happen here on the pound dollar. All right, so not much there right now. On the dollar yen, here you can see my drawing on the dollar yen. We have a Gartley pattern completing right here around the 109 level, 109.74. So that could be a strong level to go long. We have the even handle number right here. Boom. So the even handle number is a psychological number. So usually we do have activity around that number. As you can see right here, we did go into the even handle right here and went up from there. So yeah, keep that in mind. Um, we have this garly on the dollar yen. I like this garly pattern, so it's around the even handle number, and we do have some nice structure here. So I don't use garly patterns as a system to trade, but I do use them as a entry reason. I really do like this level right here. We have the even handle, we have the structure right here, and as you can see right here, boom, 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 and just here, just above, boom. So somewhere in here, I will use the garly here as an entry signal to go long. And it's really deep, so we do have excellent risk to reward on that one as well. So that's my thoughts on the dollar yen. I mean, this is next week's trading. I guess not. This is probably not gonna finish. And if it finishes at all, so I mean for you, this is kind of small here, but we do have another garly. You can see this one better on the 15. We do have another garly pattern right here. So if the market pushes to the upside, then we have another garly pattern right here. This would be a 15-minute garly for me, I think. So either way, if the market pushes up, we can go short right here. If the market pushes down, we can go long right here. Right? So we don't care where the market goes. Oh, the yawning. I'm sorry. Pound yen. So I posted this on TradingView last night. So we are currently at the entry. You can get a entry on the pound yen right now. I won't be entering it because of the fucking ATR. It's 35. Maybe we can make this work. Let me see. Um, let's see. Let's see here. How the risk to reward is. So it's 35. So 10.45. This actually might work out on the pound yen. There's not often that we can take a trade on the pound yen. I want to see. I'm sorry about this. I'm gonna do a window capture here. Like so. I am going to go long on the pound yen here. Two. Sorry, just a second here. I'm gonna mute myself here on this computer, just so you can hear the gracious ninja lady. So we are gonna go long at market. So listen to this. Ready?
Order filled.
Order filled. That's my friend, the ninja lady. Okay, so let's take our stops here. 160.75. Fucking A. Right, 160. I'm gonna go a little lower with the stops here. I didn't. That's why I said oh fuck, because we have the even handle, and I'm gonna go just below the even handle. So I'm gonna risk more pips here for the sake of the 160 even. I'm gonna go 6 pips below the one. The 160 even. So 59. I'm gonna do something like this. So it's 59.91. Sorry, I'm gonna just gonna set my stops here. Stop. This is way too much than I intended, but forgot to check out the. Listen to your friend.
Order pending.
Order pending. Thank you, Miss Ninja Lady. But all right, this is how the trade looks. Hopefully, we're gonna get the. I'm not super excited about this trade, I must admit, but hopefully we'll get 2 targets. That would be pretty nice. That would be pretty nice. So target 1's about up here. I think that's realistic. So hopefully we at least get to break even on the trade. I just want to take a look at the correlation between pound yen and the other trades I have on. So I have on the Aussie dollar and the New Zealand dollar. As you can see, the New Zealand, where's the New Zealand dollar? New Zealand, New Zealand dollar is moderate positive in correlation to the pound yen, no, to the Aussie dollar, and the pound yen is moderate positive as well. Okay, so I'm putting Yeah, so I'm kind of defending my positions there. So either way, we'll win. We'll end up. We're not going to be losing that much since the pound yen will cover uh, the Aussie and the New Zealand dollar if we go up, because and that's if the correlation stands, because of the correlation between the pairs. They are pretty similar in correlation. So as you can see right here, we're going up. We're going up on the pound yen. So if this here bashes through, the most likely is that the pound yen will bash through as well. So and that's if the correlation holds up. It's not super correlated, so yeah, that's the pound yen. That's the pound yen for you. So next up is the euro yen. Like I said, in the week we did hit a loss on the euro yen. Got stopped out right here. We won't get a pattern here on the 4 hour. We've been kind of going down. We did close below right here, this level right here, but oops, for the last couple of days we've been like oh, I'm sorry about the yawning, oh my god. We've been consolidating right here in between these two levels, so I want to see a break of either level right here before doing anything on the euro yen. So this is what I'm watching here. To the upside, we have these structure points right here, boom, boom, and this one above, and this one right here. These ones, right? If you can see that one. So if you're wondering about going short on the euro, this would not be a bad. I mean, you can extend it to this right here, this one. So like so pretty. We're kind of just in the consolidation area, so not super accurate, but I do believe there's room here to the downside. If we can get an entry to the downside, um, I think we can. I think we can get something out of it. To the downside. So there's more room there, as you can see right here. Boom. But if we are gonna break, I want to see a break here. Clear break, push the previous structure, something like this. If we're gonna go to the upside. But like I said, doing a short right here, if the market pushes higher, is also a possibility if we get some entry signals right here. And yeah, um, I'm just watching this on the other computer here, and it's buffering a lot, so I really don't know what's all that about. I don't know how it comes out on the recording. And we have an ad there. But yeah, like I said, on the euro yen, kind of consolidating right here. I want to see something else happen here on the euro yen before making up my mind. New Zealand dollar. Uh, did we miss like a New Zealand, or what the fuck's happening here? What the fuck is this? Just kidding. But as you can see, we've been pushing to the upside here for the last hour. Uh, so I don't know what's up with that. That's good for pound yen though, right? Not bad. It's more significant here on the New Zealand. So, but that's our trade, uh, and we're short. We're shooting for 44 pips. So yeah, we can obviously hit our targets here and stay within the stops on the pound and get those targets as well. But more likely is that we hit the stay within the, not more likely, but yeah, I mean, whatever, we're short the New Zealand dollar, and that's the way it is. We had it was a nice trade setup, so whatever happens doesn't matter. The dollar CAD, the Manchester airport, yes. If you ever visit that airport, you can log on for free. The internet, that is, and you will get endless amount of emails from them in exchange. So 4.5 hours on the airport for free Wi-Fi, you will get endless amount of emails. Dollar CAD here. This trend line here, we broke through the trend line. This is the trade we hit our targets on this week, around this area right here, about 100 pips. We took off that trade, so that was nice. Right now we've been pulling back, giving us a pullback right into these structure points right here. Boom, 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 on this area right here. Um, kind of in the middle here. Our size in the middle. We're kind of in the middle here as well. Obviously, we can't take a trade to the downside or to the upside because our risk to reward would be totally fucked up, since we would have to put our stops either above these highs right here or below these lows right here. So I mean, this for short, this is not the best structure point to hide your stops above. I wouldn't I wouldn't feel comfortable hiding my stops above these highs right here. I mean, you can obviously see that this is the obvious point of structure. So yeah, not much on the dollar CAD as well. But if you have any guys, if you have any uh, comments, or if you are trading something, or you wanna share with me what you're trading, if you wanna if you want me to take a look at a specific pair, just ask and I shall do so. The dollar CAD right here. This, on the other hand, is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. We have some structure right here looking left. The RSI is extremely overbought. We are getting this, I'm sorry about that. We are getting this nice looking pin bar candle here. If that holds up, we have another 10 minutes left on the before this candle closes. I'm sorry about that, the phone. But whoop-de-fucking-do, where do we place our stops? We would have to place our stops above these highs right here, so, and that would not be a good risk to reward. Not good at all. So we do have the APCD here. I threw this in here this morning. We have the APCD, we have the previous structure right here. We're inside this area right here. If the candle will close inside here with the pin bar, this is actually a pretty nice looking trade. Pretty nice looking trade setup. Perfect looking trade setup. I mean, we have everything. We have the APCD, we have structure, we have the RSI overbought. But where do we place our stops? And that's the main problem. We could go to the lower time frames on the 15 here, see if we would get like a double top in order to place our stops above above that. Just for fun, I'm checking the 12. So 56. I mean, I gotta say, I wouldn't feel more comfortable taking target. Wouldn't feel comfortable going beyond this point right here. So even though this is a pretty nice looking trade, if the market's gonna leave us with this pin bar here, yeah, I'm not gonna be entering this one based out on the risk reward. feel me? You catch my drift? My drift. Alright, so the last pair on my portfolio is the Aussie dollar. And sorry for the other. Sorry. And we are currently short the Aussie dollar. So we'll wait and see what happens there. See if this is gonna be a Friday of some movements in the market. I mean, we have Yellen speaking later at 5, so we have the numbers here on the dollar coming out, the Kremlin. So I mean, we could be seeing some movement in the market today. Hopefully we'll get some movement, so we won't have to hold this over the weekend. I'm not a big fan of holding things over the weekend. Most of the time when I hold trades over the weekend, it is because I forget that I have trades on or forget to close them. But I mean, there is like now. I mean, I'm not too worried about we have the retail sales on in Japan, but other than that, not much. So we could hold. Sometimes I do actually hold over the weekend without me being stupid and forgetting stuff. But when there's not, sometimes there's shit happening over the weekend. So just be aware of what's happening if you're leaving trades over the weekend. And I mean, a tsunami could hit, so we never know. If you want to play it safe, you can just close your trades out at the end of when the market closes tonight. That's I mean, if you're a newer trader and stuff like that, and you wanna build up that routine, you wanna make a clear rule on whether you're holding trades over the weekend or not. So yeah, but that's my portfolio. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? If there aren't any questions, I'm gonna leave you guys. Thanks for the week. I was kind of lazy streaming. I'm gonna try to be better next week. Hopefully, do a few streams next week. I mean, it's all depending on the, of course, the followers and the people that are actually watching. We are having some people stopping by saying what's up and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool. And hopefully this stream thing, this live stream thing, it's gonna pick up, and we're gonna have more participants. That makes me want to stream even more. It's kind of dull just sitting and talking to yourself. So, but I am actually recording this as well, and I will upload it to YouTube. So, and that's good shit. But hopefully this was valuable to you guys, and yeah, until next time, I'll see you then.